Okay. Hello, YouTube. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, theys and gays. Today, I decided to do my first ever Let's Play. This is an alternate version of the Smoke Room. It's a bit like a one-shot of taking the characters from the original visual novel called The Smoke Room. Highly recommend playing it. Unless you're under 18, don't. Don't if you under 18, don't play it. If you're over 18, highly recommend it. The story is amazing. I love all the characters. And needless to say, I've been caught up on this visual novel for like every update. I've been trying to get caught up, getting to reading it. I'm not going to read it here on YouTube because things happening. But either way, hopefully you guys enjoy me enjoying this little game here. So anyway, let's get started. William, the hell's taking so long? How do I know? Nick gave everybody a list of things to bring a week ago. That should have made everything go faster, not the other way around. This is true. I made an itinerary. I know. William's digits start tapping on the wheel. 37 minutes. This is threatening the itinerary. I fucking love you, Nick. He's just like very, very blunt. And I will say, I really, really like all the character designs. Like, they look great. They're very, very well done. We must take action. Why don't y'all just call them? Okay. And by the way, this guy is Nick, this is Will, and this is Sam. Sam is actually the protagonist of the original visual novel, and he is an amazing character. Why don't you call them? Nah. I just love how it just says nah. We hear ringing behind us. Hello? I can hear some squeaking over the phone, but I can't quite make out the words. Yes? This is Nikolai. I'm calling to ask why you have put my schedule at risk. I see. This is an acceptable apology. Okay. Thank you. Will and I have turned around in our seats and we're staring at him. So what's the issue? He has assured me that there are 5 different varieties of Kit Kat. Chocolate mint, chocolate strawberry, blueberry muffin. Even lemon. The kind that you can only find during Easter. That's great. So we know Nick loves Kit Kat of all kinds, of all flavors. So, yeah, I don't follow. He is buying me one of each. Will snorts through his nose and taps at the mounted phone at his dashboard. I hear the ring before I see who answers the call. Hello? He rolls his neck. Hello, Todd. Well, howdy, William. This was supposed to be a quick stop. It's been 38 minutes. Well, we're already in line. It's just a really nice store. Thank fuck. Just get your shit and go. Well, I think they keep on getting the nachos wrong. Will blinks. Does that matter? We're gonna eat when we get to the pier. It matters, William. I keep on ordering nachos and they just give me the chips. I don't care. Nachos should have queso included. It's the creamy queso and the crunch corn chip that makes the nachos such a delightful treat. I lean into the phone. They sell it there as a dipping sauce on the side. There's no gosh darn way. What sense is there in buying cheese for your nachos? That there's a double dip into my pocket if I have ever heard one. Nachos should inherently come with cheese. He's right, you know. Y'all got 5 minutes. Will puts a sing-song tune before we strand you here. Wait, what did he say? Will starts up the engine and starts pulling out. I lift an eyebrow at him. I thought you said you were giving them 5 minutes. I'm gonna park behind the store and make them think I'm leaving. What a dick! They need to hustle. This is not the worst place to be stranded. Ain't gotta be stranded if they wait long enough for the right truck. Oh! Oh! How would you know that? I tilt my head at Nick. How do you think? He's a hoe. We get it. You like it nasty. Sam is not nasty. And so do you. Will grunts and jerks his head, shaking off his prickly embarrassment. It crosses his arm. You know, if you asked, I could be as nasty as... Yoo-hoo! There's Cliff. Sweet Joseph. What are you doing back here? Well, all I had to do was lift my paw, and I could feel all of the sexual tension coalesce on the breeze, and I just had to make my appearance. I love you, Cliff. I love you, Cliff. You're great. The inside of Nick's ears burn bright red as he looks like he's about to die. Will looks like he had just accidentally ran over somebody and his foot was close to the pedal. Cliff rolled his eyes. I looked out the window. How else? The stoat opens the door and hops inside, cozying up to Nick. You were saying? The badger gently clasps his paws on Cliff's ears. Some truths are not meant for others. Oh, come now. Whatever you were about to say, I'm sure I've heard worse. I can sense when things are about to get juicy. Juicy! No need to clam up on my behalf. We're on vacation, not starting in a porno. Ah, man, I love these characters. They're so great. But we could... God damn! Cliff! Damn! But we could be. Did I hear somebody say something about clams? There's... Yay, Todd! This is Todd. Todd Murdoch. Todd and Murdoch are walking out of the gas station together. They look like they're carrying a lot of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. I'm in the mood for a good to shuck a good oyster. Been far too long since I've shucked. Since you've what? I said since I've shucked. Oh, of course. Oh. Todd, you changed your clothes. Well, of course I did. It's colder in the morning than it is in the afternoon, and it's sweltering today. But Will has air conditioning. He had to put away the magic underwear. For your information, Will, the temple garb has nothing to do with sorcery, because that is of the devil, and that is unclean. Is he a Mormon? Oh my god, Todd is a Mormon, huh? Okay. And since we're going to be active today, I prepared my wardrobe accordingly. I've prepared for all sorts of physical activity. Murdoch and Cliff are trying their best not to laugh. Will's eyes rolling to the back of his head. What are the sweatbands for? We're gonna get wet. Well, we're not gonna be in the truck the whole day. I guess that's true. I could have had leather straps instead, but the man at the mall told me people only wear just one of those, and it felt weird to wear two asymmetrical. Fuck. I can't speak it today. So that is why you went for the sweatbands? Well, of course. Sweatbands mean I have double the wrist protection. Two straps are twice as good. I think they look good. I don't. Well, at least he has some taste. Todd's eyes got so big he nearly went cross-eyed. I mean, they have some taste. Todd's forehead is glistening with sweat. Cliff. No need to be so strict. Masculine and gender-neutral pronouns are fine. That's just more confusing, but thank you. I mean, sorry. Stop being weird, Todd. Okay. Speaking of weird, do park rangers really need wrist protection? You'd be surprised how many stories I hear about young people trying to steal stores. And a heck of a lot of them are sassy little girls, too. Heard that they call themselves the lifters. Oh. Oh, you're talking about a Tumblr trend from about 10 years ago? I don't think they exist anymore. Well, how'd they get caught? Well, they kept telling on themselves on Tumblr. I guess that would do it. Yep. Okay, let's go. No? We must check off all the supplies before we go. I thought you were worried about your itinerary. It's there. Will scrambled for the pocket on the side of the truck door and unfolded the piece of paper. So it is. Then let us begin. Sunscreen. Check. Bug spray. Check. Cooler. Check. Fishing poles and fishnet. Check. Bait box. Check. Volleyball and net. Check. Snacks. I always have food on hand, Nick. Check, check, check. Okay. We can go. Do you all need to draw lots to pick who's going to sit in the back? 6 people ain't going to fit in these seats. I don't mind being the junk in your trunk, William. Wow. I am already really enjoying this. Just, the references are great. By no means necessary to put it like that, but okay. Why don't we do a 3-way split? I could use the fresh air. A head start on sunbathing? Don't mind if I do. We take off, getting ready for the 3-hour drive. William puts on a podcast. Did he really have to pick one on monkeypox, Will? I think it's something important to know about. Ain't that a gay disease? No, Todd. Sorry. See? It's good sometimes when the radio is educational. Bums me out. We couldn't do the Pierre last year because the Rona, and even after vaccinations, we can just recatch the damn thing. I like the educational programs that are about aliens. Got any of those? No, Todd. Why come? Because aliens aren't real? You can't prove that. I'll make sure to change my mind when they show themselves. That's a big ask from a demon. I thought you were talking about aliens. Well, that's the crazy thing. Turns out they might be one and the same. If we're going by like the original term for demon, which had an A in it, which I believe it's from Greek or Latin. Demon at that time just meant strange creature. It was something strange, unknown. So in that sense, yeah, it makes sense to call them one and the same in that term. But the modern context for demon is like a malevolent entity and all that shit. So it's, yeah. But I do like the fact that they made the statement here. I think that's some that's some good writing. I'll give you props on that one. That one was a good line. No kidding. Well, there's a bunch of scientists who study paintings. Archaeologists. No, these are different. These are called cryptozoologists. Conspiracy theorists. Those aren't scientists. No, you got it all wrong. They got high-tech gear and degrees in everything. Cryptozoology is a social club, not a legitimate field of study. You can't go get a degree in cryptozoology. And if you could, you wouldn't be getting your bachelor's of science in it. You know, most of them spend their time hunting for squatches. Not real, but okay. Well, they could be real. You should watch that Hulu special called Sasquatch. Wait. You're telling me you're a squatcher, William? No. But that documentary did point out how the Bigfoot myth is usually used as an excuse to kill immigrants and blame it on something you can't see and can't find. Interesting shit. Wasn't that the weed special that aired on 420? Let me guess. Murdoch offered to watch it with you. Yeah. Well, seeing how I don't want to know much more about the Devil's Lettuce, that show sounds not for me. But back to what I was saying, aliens are probably demons. There's paintings from thousands of years ago of angels and rocket ships in the sky. There's no way to explain that. Imagination, boat references. Way too big of a coincidence, fellas. Not interested. Well, what about dinosaurs? What about dinosaurs, Todd? There's no denying those were real. Got me there. I saw an article the other day on how scientists at a university discovered that plesiosaurs could thrive in fresh water. And there it is. What? It means if a real life plesiosaur existed today, it sure could live in the lake and the ocean. So, it means Nessie could be real. My God, Todd. Like the chocolate? I said Nessie, not Nestle. What's Nessie? Well, apple butter on my bread. How have you not heard of the Loch Ness Monster? Oh, I guess I have heard of that. It's fake. Well, they call her Nessie and she's real. False. I have a feeling this is going to be a long 3 hours. We have to stop a few times to take a leak and get some refreshments. We ran into more than a few roadside dinosaurs. Told you they're real, William. Those are plaster, Todd. The truth is out there, William. Ain't no doubt about that. There are many doubts. Discussion dies down after so many hours spent on the road. Around noon, we see the first sign of the coast. The architecture around us starts to show more houses and pastel colors, and the air smells slightly salty. Then we see the old boardwalk in the distance with the Ferris wheel and the carnival rides. William drops us off near the entrance so we don't have to walk. Are you sure you do not want some of us to wait with you? Go on, get. I'll catch up. Parking in these places is always a bitch, and I doubt you'll be done shopping anytime soon. This place is remarkable. Look at all the stores. Look at all the stands. Whoa. Hop any higher cliff and you might take off. There's even a retro arcade. This is going to get me to a rant. Why can't we make arcades great again? Like, legit. I would love to see some, like, older fashioned arcades. We need to beat Japan in the arcade game. We should make this official. The arcade war. It's all about who has the best arcades. Oh man, that'd be so great. If by retro you mean puke stains from the 70s that are still there, then yeah. What if they hold fighting game tournaments? Wouldn't surprise me. It's just so much to take in. I'm so happy you brought me along. I guess I'm used to it since I've been here so many times. The clothing stores close before the restaurants do. Good point. If we're going to buy something, we ought to do it now. Wait, if we're going shopping, does that mean Sam could help us pick out outfits? Wait, what? Please? If anybody can pull off summer vibes best, it's you, Samuel. Precisely. But why me exactly? Might have something to do with the fact that you can change viewers from your... you can charge viewers for your Instagram pictures. God damn! He a cam boy! Okay. Well, that's not because of the outfits. You know that part of it is. Just because I know what looks good on myself doesn't mean I'm going to know what looks best on somebody else. Dressing yourself is a sacred thing. What are y'all talking about? You're back soon. Got lucky with the parking. That'll never happen again. We want Sam to help pick out our outfits. Well, why on earth would y'all let him do that? Because he's so good at it. All he has to do is roll up his sleeves and y'all all say he looks good. Sun's out, guns out, William. You would say that. Tell you what. Get William to say yes and I'll do it. What? Oh, you have to do it, William. I've been trying to twist fashion tips out of Sam for weeks. That can't be that hard. It is. He's factually a model after all. Why are you putting this on me? Because now I have an excuse to be lazy. William? What, Nick? There is no room in the itinerary for grousing. He inhales and holds it. Then he releases his words. Fine. Just don't make me look stupid. You always look stupid. Damn! We're such dicks to each other. It's fucking hilarious. I feel splashes of cold water on my face before I can see Will's water gun. What the hell? It's what you deserve. He jumps out of my reach before I can grab the water gun while the rest of them laugh at me. Just remember that you're all at my mercy before the end of the day is up. So be nice to me. Todd walks up with a carton of fried food. Jesus. You're already eating? Those look tasty. Darn right. I call these fellas hush puppies. You call them what now? There's not hot dog meat in them, is there? I wish. But nah. It's just fried cornmeal dough. They're golden and chewy and puffy like a cloud. So why are they called hush puppies? Because the story goes that whenever you're trying to cook and your dogs get to barking, you throw one of these fellas. And you say, hush puppy. I know if I was a puppy, they'd get me to hush real good. So the story's gotta be true. That's not... You know what? Never mind. I think I want to go to the candy store first. After that drive, I need some real food. So I'm going to hit up one of the fish stands. I need meat. Well, I'm not hungry, so I'll get that shopping out of the way. Sam, the ride was 3 hours. You need to eat. I had some nuts. I could use some nuts too. Shut up. God damn it, Murdoch. Fucking snarky bastard. I actually love Murdoch. Like, I love all of these characters. Todd doesn't necessarily have that much of a role. But, like pretty much it's Will, Samuel, Cliff, Samuel, Will, Murdoch, and Nick. Basically, you play as Samuel, and the other 4 here are... those are your route characters. And they're very, very good. Like, I'm not going to lie, they're fucking great characters. But let's just get back. Wait, what's wrong with nuts? Nothing at all. Bye. If they want me to do all this damn shopping, then I'm not going to wait around for another bit. But how can you shop for us if we aren't there for you? I'll be in that store over there with the red tin roofing. Y'all got come in just one at a time, and I'll get overwhelmed. Cliff gives me their credit card, just in case. I couldn't imagine giving anybody a damn credit card, but I sure as hell am not gonna pay for any of this. Somebody's standing at the door and he eyes me up as I walk in. The inside of the store has that almost sugary sweet smell of new plastic. There's bins of inflatable balls, walls of hanging beach towels, and racks of clothing. But then there's a part of the wall that's mostly black paint, and it's full of hanging chains and masks. I don't think I realized that this was mostly an adult thrift store before I got to this section. Oh well. Seems like he'll be the easiest to get in and out, so I'll do him first. I send him a message on my phone. He doesn't take long for him to show up. This is a very nice store. I do not want to break anything. This shouldn't take long. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Yeah. The shirt makes sense. I am going to be your captain today, after all. And these trunks, they are perfection. Told you it wouldn't take long. We aren't wearing this at the pier, right? Let's wait until we get to the beach to be safe. He looks relieved. Of course. I know he's going to be loud, but at least it'll be fun. This looks just like the surf shops at home. Well, aside from the revealing knickers in the corner there. Well, it's not like I knew. Aw. Oh, that's good. That's good, Hallie. Damn. That's good. That a Kingdom Hearts reference. One of my favorite game series represented in a visual novel that I really like, where like I love the character. Damn, Hallie. Damn, it's like you must love me as a fucking person. Uh, I like that. Wow. I like that. Matching colors. The Hawaiian shirt is often Will's look when the weather is hot. I wonder if he'll like one on me. Well, I suppose I can hardly call this piece a bottom. I hope this works. Of course it works. Make sure we wait for the beach for before we put these outfits on, okay? He nods. I think this look is for a special occasion. It's more like I don't want us to get arrested, but that's fine too. Murdoch's been laughing at me way too much today. He's next. Oh god. Are they selling me 5 frogs and sea monkey fish bowls over there? Don't care, strip. I like that. This is a Cameo reference right here. Okay. That actually looks nice. Yeah. I think this top combo is cozy and comfy, just how I like it. Simple and crisp, and a bad choice for trunks. You reap what you sow. Well, with me dressed like this, I might as well be covered in seed. Oh. Damn. Maybe that can be. Holy shit. That takes him off guard so hard that he's blushing. I'll get you back for this. And last but not least, Mother of God, Sam. I thought I said once already that this is a vacation, not a porno. They've got regular stuff too, Sam. William. And I'm supposed to trust you to pick that? Huh? Turns out you gotta. At least it's not my money. Yeah. I really. No. Yeah. I like that. I like that. Sometimes I miss the skyline on this top. And the texture of these trunks is pretty good. We should do this more often. I should do you more. Wow. Knowing me, that's not a very good threat. Gives me a kiss on the cheek. Idiot. Hard ass. You're gonna dress Todd up too? He could probably use the help. Not unless he's dating me. Y'all think I'd do this just for anybody? I think you'd feel left out. You just hate Life's a Beach tank. Okay, I fucking hate the Life's a Beach tank. He's thriving, William. Like a fungus. It's beautiful, William. It takes a while to stuff everything into a cart, but I finally can purchase everything. I get a few looks from the man at the register while he takes off all the hangers and tags off of everything. My phone's message notification goes off. The rest of the guys are at the Oyster Shack. Tell them to meet us at the boat rental place in 30 minutes. The boat people gets mad when we don't show up half an hour early. I type that all out on my phone and hit send. We walk on down to the pier where Nick is talking to a man in a booth where Murdoch and Todd are tidying each other up and Cliff is downing a very big cone of cotton candy. Thank you for your trouble. Y'all have her until 12 p.m. tomorrow. Try not to catch any mermaids, y'all. You hear? Mermaids? Well, how do you catch those? That's just a figure of speech, Sonny. Oh. Right. Mostly just meant take good care of the boat, because if anything did happen, then the spike to your friend's insurance rate ain't gonna be pretty. I will mend the ship. There will be no trouble. I'm just yanking y'all's chain. Aside from the insurance part. That's still true. Nick, can we just go? Well, I have the keys now. Calmly but certainly, like the sea. The itinerary progresses. It's just a schedule, Nick. Finally, we're guided to the right boat. Will hauls the cooler while Todd carries the fishing poles and other luggage. I've just got the shopping bags on my pack. I'll take a seat next to Murdoch, who's pulling out a bottle of pills. Take this. He drops it in my hand and I pop it into my mouth. Was that an edible? It's Dramamine, Sam. So we don't get seasick? Who could be sick of the sea? We just got here. You know what I meant. Takes about 15 minutes before we can cast off. The engine of the boat putters and we're on an open water before long. That sweet sunscreen smell comes back with everybody so close together, and now the salt spray of the ocean is stronger. Shall we put on our outfits now? Maybe not right this moment. Cliff is already stripping and puts on their clothes. Too late! Easy there, little fella. We're still on the estuary. Personally, I think if the fish can let loose here, then so should we. The boat slows. I am ahead of all of you. Looking good, Nick. You make quite the convincing sea captain. Very good. Now fetch me the harpoon. We're under attack. What? It's a joke. It's a joke. Well, thank goodness for that. I was about to go all white whale, holy grail, and everything. Please don't. Well, I don't want to be the last one to change. You too, William. You first. Oh, if it makes you feel better, having your hand held. I love the fact that I could just click through all the options. Black and white. I like that. That looks good. Cute logo. Thanks. That a band or something? Oh no, it's just some indie project that I follow online. God damn, I feel so called out. Like practically everything in this game feels like it's calling me out, and it's great. I love it. Call themselves the Good Night Fellowship. What did they make? Well, they're supposedly working on some horror project, but that's not really my thing. Well, I like horror. My eyes is more on this fantasy game they keep teasing. And there's lots of neat costumes, high fantasy stuff. They're just excited about all the armor illustrations, aren't you? There's just something about the classic armor look. I think it should make a comeback. People didn't wear that stuff for fashion, Sam. Well, the future is now. At least you're being modest in the other department. Not like it matters, though. Like I said before, Sam looks good in everything. It's true. I would not complain if he wore something a little more revealing, though it is not like he has to. I wish I could look as good without putting in that much effort. Then you must be putting in effort today. Oh? Never caught you looking. Because it was all the times you were bending over. Blush. Aren't you just stalling now? Fine. Strips off all his clothes. Todd looks away, looking extremely nervous. Cliff whistles and Will rolls his eyes. There. Y'all happy now? Very. Looking fresh. I love the color Sam picked for you. He did a good job. And now I wish Sam did me. Come again? I said I wish Sam would do me. Oh, clothes. Yeah. Right. That's what I thought you said. Well, good news actually. I bought you some clothes. Really? Sure did. So why exactly did you buy new clothes, Will? Because I'm nice. Well, I can't argue with that. Really? Because from what I remember you saying, Merry Christmas, Todd. I like that one. What the fuck? I like that. And the armbands can come off. Let's go! Anchors for a sports team. I've seen worse sports mascots. And new trunks too. Can't beat a classic. Okay, Nick. What's next on this list of yours? 2 hours of fishing and swimming. Then we make camp on the beach to grill. Sounds solid. Will hops over the edge of the boat and makes a big splash in the water. And he's gone. He does not like fishing. Race me, Todd. Sure thing, boss. Make way, because it's about to be this otter's day. Todd's in the lead again. I'm surprised a coyote can keep up with an otter. Will takes his physical fitness seriously. Don't you as well? I can tread water, but I tend to sink. In water, core strength builds are mid. Isn't that a word people use for video games? They ignore my comment. Strength in the legs, the thighs, and the arms are what matters, along with a graceful technique. The laminar body shape helps as well, which is why Todd is going to have the advantage. Did I win yet? Feel the burn yet? That's how you know you've won. Well, that's how you know how you've won. Well, I was hoping you'd buy me a box of those wasabi peanuts if I won. The kind with the crunchy bits on the outside. You might think I'm your opponent, but the real opponent is time. You'll lose your peak eventually, and there's no excuse not to stay strong. Well, I guess that makes all sorts of sense, William. I check on Nick to see how his fishing is going. Caught anything yet? Probably not so soon after they just splashed. Whoa. I think you've got a fish. Nick starts reeling his catch and stopping when it bends too much. He draws in quick, then slow. After enough time, I can see the catch surface near the top of the water. It's definitely alive. The hell is that? A cephalopod. Wait, don't you mean a squid? What I mean, Samuel, is dinner. He smirks. The water fouls up with black stuff. Oh, what the hell? It's good, it's getting the ink out. That part is hard to clean. Cliff and Murdoch are sunbathing. Murdoch is reading a book called Ocean at the End of the Lane, and Cliff is listening to something on his phone. Looks like it's a podcast called The White Vault. Y'all having fun relaxing? On the contrary, I'm on edge. Why is that? I'm catching up on one of my favorite horror podcasts. They just stumbled upon some rather gruesome scenes. Well, then why are you listening to it now? We're at the beach. Because it's titillating. I want to be excited at every moment that we're here. I can relax when we're at home. And what's yours about? Well, in part, it's about domestic abuse. Could y'all please lighten up? Damn, these dudes are fucking morbid. Let me finish. It's from the writer who did Coraline. Coraline is good. The evil car movie? That's Christine. Okay, good. Because that movie wasn't scary. I don't think Coraline is that scary either, but it has some creepy implications when you stop to think about them. And that makes books scarier. I'd say this book is a bittersweet fantasy at heart. The stepmother is a literal monster as opposed to anything too realistically heavy, but I find that the threat's still evident. Aside from that, the book's cozy to me. I just figure one of those big dick muscle boy magazines might fit the mood better. There's plenty of big dick men already. Oh, fucking Cliff. Oh, man. You're great. Exactly. We're trying to indulge in a fantasy here. A fantasy where sometimes stairs are made of teeth. And stepmother scream at you while you're naked. Okay, personally speaking, I'm just convinced that cock and balls are more appealing things to think about on vacation. But variety is the spice of life. I think I might like missing out on some experiences. Do you really dislike getting scared that much, Sam? It's never just a little fun. Maybe if it's a situation I can see myself being in. Vampires aren't ever going to be my problem. Rich people with too much power over you will. Or zombies. Deadly pandemics and xenophobic reactionaries will. And I think I could take a guy who came at me with a knife. Maybe you won't see it coming if you think he's hot? Wait. Is this foreshadowing on Murdoch's route? If this is the case, my dude, that's great. Not knowing is a terrifying thing. But terror is the things that remind us that we still want to live, right? I guess I can see what you're saying. I'm just saying that the joy of life can be found a whole lot of places. Sometimes it's in a spooky story, sometimes it's in between a guy's legs. He looks me over, and I shiver the good sort of shiver. The only thing between a guy's legs today is Todd's tail laughter. I challenge him to a booty race. Will climbs back abroad, dripping in seawater before he shakes it off. That was way too deep. I don't like not being able to see the water under my legs in the ocean. And where's my peanuts? The bag hits him in the face, and he keeps it there with the reflex of his paw. Thanks. Gentlemen, it's time to proceed to the beach. Nick has to dock us close enough to the shore, but far enough for the boat to anchor without running into any sand dunes. So me, William, and Todd test the water for us, guiding the boat. There's an oil drum to burn wood and an old black grill that looks well used and completely charred. There's a different kind of smell here. The shy smell of gardenias danced above the sturdy, woodsy oak and juicy bursts of blackberry oil, which attracted all sorts of moths and butterflies. We should get an early start on dinner. I'm cooking. Wait, why? You've been driving the boat all day. I know you want to go swimming too. Are you sure know how to work with squid? Well, it won't be calamari, but you packed a curry. Those are pretty self-explanatory. Very well. I will go prepare for the water. Ain't you already prepared? No. He takes a bag of charcoal out of the cooler and starts to prepare it for the grill. Cliff helps gather some dried twigs for kindling. Murdoch helps himself to Todd's peanuts when he isn't looking. Todd seems to know that something isn't quite right when he reaches for another handful, but he hasn't figured it out yet. Poor Todd. You know, I got to thinking. Oh yeah? Pirate ghosts seem kind of silly, right? Yes. Okay, but think about it. Already have. Ghosts are just the souls of dead people. Debatable. Ghosts are whatever you want them to be because ghosts aren't real. Well, let's just assume that they are for a second. No, They'll show up in places that have a whole lot of dead people. And the ocean has a whole lot of dead people in it. Who's to say where it ends or begins? Sovereign nations? The UN? The defined territorial sea? I don't mean legally, y'all. I mean spiritually. That doesn't mean anything. Well, somebody is taking my gosh darn peanuts, and I'd like to believe it's a ghost and not y'all. It's fucking Murdoch. Well, you know, Todd, maybe ghosts are real. Thank you. At least somebody's on my side here. The minute he turns, I see Murdoch crunching on peanuts. He must have been storing between his cheeks as he talked. I'm about to open my mouth, and Nikolai comes out of the bush. I forget everything else I was about to say a few seconds ago. I am prepared for the water now. I can see that, Nick. What? I mean, I think you look a little too prepared for the water. There's no such thing as being too prepared. I feel like 2 flotation devices might be a bit excessive. There's no such thing as too much. Only people who demand too little. Is that profound, or is he just fucking with me? I am going to enjoy the water now. He passed me 2 times on the head as he goes. I think I've decided he just wanted an excuse to wear the duck floaty. Murdoch asked me to help him set up the volleyball net, and we spend the rest of the afternoon tagging in and out, watching the curry. Murdoch narrowly avoids a black eye from one of Cliff's spikes, reminding me of how high that weasel can jump. Nick eventually comes back to the water and starts building an elaborate sand castle. Before we know it, it's starting to get dark, and Will calls us over to have the seafood curry. What? It's not rubbery. All done? Didn't know I was being judged. I can't help but judge when my curry ratios are being used. Because something went wrong, I need people to know it wasn't my fault. Something catches my attention out of the corner of my eye. I thought it was a firefly first, but the color was wrong. Instead of a yellow-green spark, it was a vibrant blue glow, almost the color of flames. And I saw it in the water. I think I see something out there. I see it too. See what? The light. Oh, the blue lights? I knew the whole ocean was haunted. No, that's just plankton. Murdoch crouched down, pick up the seashell, and then toss it into the sea. The disturbance makes a brief glow which fades into the darker blue tide. You can see more of the glow on the edges of the waves as they crash upon the shore. They usually show up closer to autumn, but I suppose the temperature tonight is cool enough for them to make an appearance. Todd wipes his brow and William shakes his head. Hold on. So you're telling me that if we had to go in there, we could turn it into a rave? Stop. There might be some diatoms mixed in there, so probably best not to risk it. Dinner passes and we clean up our trash. Nick is sleeping on a beach towel from all the swimming he did. Murdoch and Cliff are 2 after sharing a few bottles of wine. Todd passed out under the volleyball net. Long day. Fun, though. Yeah. Cliff and Murdoch kind of made me think about something, though. That being, if it's weird that I don't think getting scared, is fun. Well, I don't know. I just mean, maybe there's more about life than I could come to appreciate if I made myself afraid more. I'm worried about wasting my time. Maybe there's more I could be getting out of everything. Feels to me like there's enough scares in life that you don't need to go looking for them. But that's just my take. Maybe I just need more scares and less looming dread. Sam? You see that? Don't think I do. But then I look a little harder. Out there in the ocean, where the current is deep, we see the glow of the algae. Except it's big. Bigger than our boat. And it moves with a specific direction. Didn't Murdoch say the plankton lights up when disturbed? It stops, glowing in place. Almost like it hears us. Yeah, he did. What do you think it is? Whale, maybe? What about a shark? I don't think we get great whites or hammerheads in these parts. Turns on a dime, shifting left. I get that peculiar feeling, like I'm being stared at, and the fur on the back of my neck stands up. Then it swims straight towards us. I make the motion to leave, but Will grabs me. He shakes his head real slow. Whatever is in the water glimmers for a little while longer, then disappears. Then we see a sudden streak backwards, leaving a trail like a comet would. Hey, William? Yeah, Sam? Why did you grab me just then? Don't know. Felt like the right thing to do for some reason. Not in my head. Then I look at where we anchored the boat. I don't much like the idea of wading through the water to get back into it tomorrow. She's real. Okay, so that was the Smoke Room AU alternate universe little one shot beach getaway. I liked it. Pretty darn good. Very much enjoy it. But I will be doing a live stream slash let's play of the visual novel Echo. It'll be my first real big let's play. I will be on Twitch, and I will also be on YouTube. Well, I'll post it to YouTube after the stream. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and have some fun. Stay base.